The 737-500, the so-called baby Boeing, has virtually reached the end of serving the United States, at least when it comes to airlines. With just 3 routes remaining, all with Bahamas Air, seats for sale by the variant total just 83,800 this year. While capacity is next to nothing, it's not all bad news. The type resumed US service in 2020 after last being withdrawn by Southwest in 2016. The 737-500 has nearly disappeared from the US in a scheduled airline sense. As you'd expect, it's a similar story to other older and less fuel-efficient types, such as the 737-300 and the A340. Now, only Bahamas Air serves the US with the type, and there are 3 routes to Florida, as shown here. They're all short airport pairs with an average distance of just 233 miles or 375 kilometers. The small Boeing isn't Bahamas Air's only equipment to the Sunshine State. Depending on the route, the 138-seat B737-700, 70-seat ATR 72-600, and 50-seat ATR 42-600 are used too, but to significantly different degrees. Bahamas Air has just 2 737-500s, averaging nearly 29 years of age. These jets have 120 seats in an all-economy layout. Multiple airlines have used the 2 aircraft over the years, but now they're both owned by Bahamas Air. 18 years ago, in 2004, the baby Boeing had 27.2 million seats to, from, and within the US. That may seem a lot in itself, but it was only about 2% of the total seats available. In contrast, the larger and economically stronger 737-300 had 126 million seats in the US, nearly 5 times as many. Historically, the economics of the Dash 500 were not favorable compared to the 737-300. While the Dash 300 has a 4% higher maximum takeoff weight, it's offset by a 14% higher maximum payload. This goes to the heart of aircraft economics and is replicated across other aircraft types and stretched variants. The 737-500 is just too heavy for its payload, meaning higher and less attractive seat mile costs. Along with effectively scrap value acquisition costs, it explains why users are now typically in developing nations such as Afghanistan, Nigeria, Sudan, and Iran, the latter from sanctions. It's the same for other older aircraft like the MD-80 and the 737-400. Of course, one benefit is that they don't have to be used much, as with Allegiant and Breeze's second-hand equipment. The fixed cost element would be very low, traded off with higher variable costs, mainly fuel consumption and maintenance. In 2004, almost 4 in 10 737-500 seats to, from, and within the US were by Southwest. The low-cost carrier's share gradually rose after United grounded the type in August 2009. The classic variant returned in 2012 because United inherited 27 aircraft following its full integration with Continental. However, they didn't last long, leaving the fleet in May 2013. While the type is clearly on its way out, many of you watching may have flown on this short aircraft before. What memories and experiences do you have of the 737-500? Share them in the comments. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles and a podcast every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you go.